Welcome back to PGI. And we are back with a good friend of mine, Mr. Demond Simien. He is the owner and head coach for Houston Headhunters. Man, I know you feeling really great getting this win over Queen City
I
to
do.
make you guys 2-5.
Yeah, despite being 2-5, I am glad to get another win under the belt. Um, it's been a crazy season, losing a few games, about 3 points, being right there in the thick of things, and then just not being able to, pull out at the end. And then we had some games, man, we just looked horrible offensively. Defensively, it looked pretty good, but offensively, we played really, really horrible.
Well, I'll tell you what, this game, y'all won 38-14. You had 269 passing, 156 rushing, 425 total. I mean, your time of possession was 25 minutes, so you had the right game plan for this. Longer, holding the ball longer, being balanced on both sides of the ball. So do you think that was the reason that you guys won this game?
Yeah, most definitely that we were balanced. I went back into, my archive and looked up some older playbooks that I had and basically implement some of those things that we ran previously into, the game plan this week. And it basically showed, on the field. If you stated 25 minutes of time of possession, that's outstanding for any ball club to do, so kudos to the guys on the field that made everything happen. Man, I'm just excited for this win. I'm serious.
I believe it. I believe it. So, um, how do you think this affects your locker room at this
The locker room is basically been a little bit more talkative within the last 24 hours than it has been the previous 4 weeks or so. It's been pretty crazy. Since we got our last win, it hasn't been that much, communication going on in there. But yeah, and guys reaching out to me, hey man, I don't know what you did to the playbook this week, but keep doing it. It worked. So yeah, so it has been a struggle trying to get the playbook back to things that we normally do. As everyone knows, I've been on every show and stated that I tried to come up with a type of system, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't work for us.
Hey, but that's trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
You try
Absolutely.
sometimes, some things it works, some things work out, sometimes it doesn't. But listen, I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and can't wait to see what you guys do on the field next week.
Hey, we got Alamo City coming in, and we'll be at home. And I'm actually scouting Alamo City right now. I got them guys up on the screen right now. So I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that we come out victorious.
Of course, you're Demond Simeons. Of course you are. All right. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you.
No problem. More than welcome. See you when we see you.
Indeed.
Peace.
Cam, Paulie, back to you. Welcome back, SFL Nation 2, where I am joined by Mr. Mickey Melillo. He is the kicker for the Minnesota Legends, and he was a legend in this game over Seattle. Man, how are you doing?
I am doing well. That was some ending of the game, let me tell you.
I bet it was. So take us back to that very moment where you're lining up to kick the ball, and once you kick it, do you have that confidence that it's going through? What was your reaction after it happened? Let us know because you guys were tied. It was 2020. It was in your hands. How did it feel?
Well, it's the situation that every kicker wants to be in. Game on the line. It's up to you, and you just got to do what you train for day in, day out, and kick the ball through the upright. So I knew when I went out there, it was in my range. It was a comfortable range. You give me that shot, I'm going to win the game for the Legend.
All right, then. And that you did. So, as I saw you sprinting to the sidelines, I saw you get toppled by your fellow team members. What were they? What were they saying to you?
They were just congratulating me. You won the game for us. Great job. You did it. And You got my buddy Daniel Wright always going, Mickey, after I kick a field goal. So, it was just a great feeling. Kickers aren't out on the field scoring 6 points, scoring touchdowns, but when they get an opportunity to be able to do something to truly help the team, it's just fantastic.
Indeed. And I always say, anytime points are scored, that's you're that much closer to actually winning the game. So kickers matter, you matter, and you definitely helped them win this game. So congratulations on your big win.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And looking forward to seeing what you do on the field or what you guys do on the field next week. And you have a good day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right. Cam, Polly, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a good friend of mine, Mr. Tyler Faulk, aka Mr. Mike Ryan. He is from the Louisiana Revolution that suffered a big loss from Tulsa, 0-28. Tyler, what happened?
Well, as the assistant general manager, as well as the agent for player Mike Ryan, it falls on me to be a little bit more diplomatic, and I will say that the team itself and our members are not happy with how we played yesterday, aka 2 days ago from here tonight on Monday. But when you are not able to have any big chunk plays that go for 20 yards plus, while you allow a few big chunk plays, 3 of them in total going over 20 yards, and the defense can't get off the field. It's a recipe for failure, and we saw that. And we have no one else to blame but ourselves. Tulsa came out with a fantastic game plan against us, and it showed. And Tulsa is one of those teams who, on the team, and as a commentator, I look at Tulsa as they're an up and coming team. They know how to deal with situations. They have a more effective game plan now, and they played us to a T. And I tip my cap to them. They took us to task, and it showed with the shutout. They fully deserve the shutout victory on Saturday.
So, what do you think Louisiana has to do for the next game? Because I don't want to necessarily go to the rest of the season, one game at a time. What do you think you guys have to change for the next game?
Well, we just have to be more consistent on offense. That's been a trouble with our couple of previous losses with Florida and Sioux Falls. We struggled with consistency. In those 2 games, we got out to a hot start, but then completely crumbled. This past game against Tulsa, we just never got going. Tulsa's defense came up with a couple of good turnovers in prime situations. We couldn't maintain a drive. So if we can maintain 3 or 4 drives, we're going to be contenders in a lot of these games. And of course, that's what we have to work on is that, and then we have to get back to basics on defense. I think we were just a little bit too lax in coverage when we played Tulsa, and it showed. They were able to convert first down after first down, on third down after third down, and yeah, we stopped them before they got to the end zone. They still kicked 7 field goals on us. Brooke Weissel had a fantastic game and tied the league record. And again, that's the credit to Tulsa's offensive game plan. No longer are they trying to take, they did take their deep shots, but they're more proactive when they take them. So that's
Gotcha.
To change everything up. We have to go back to being consistent on both offense and defense.
One more question for you. Do you think that Mike Ryan is being utilized to the best of his abilities?
I think so. I definitely think so. Again, every game cannot be a whirlwind, roundhouse banner day for
Right.
Mike Ryan. And some days we are going to be like this. So we saw, especially last week versus Vancouver, Mike Ryan picked off Christian Brown because he was in the right place at the right time. Today or Saturday, no turnovers from anyone on the team, and it's not the coach's fault. It's just what happened on the field. It's what we were unable to do was force turnovers, and we unfortunately lost 4 turnovers, and major impact of why we lost.
Got it. Well, if anybody can turn it around, I'm sure the Revolution can. And I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. And
Thank you,
you.
Ashley.
You're very welcome. And thank you so much for taking the time out with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. Cam, Polly, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation, and welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a good friend of mine, Mr. J Rock. He is the cornerback for the Tulsa Desperados that just won their game, shut out win 0-28. Man, how are you feeling?
Man, we're feeling amazing over here at Tulsa right now with this, victory stretch we're running off of.
Hey, well deserved too. That was a heck of a game plan that you guys put together to be able to score your 28 points, but hold them to no points, man. And then since you're on the defense, I know that made you happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially towards the end there, getting a couple of PDs. That's always a good feeling. Like, yeah, even though we got AIs, and I stay in the game. So I'm there for most of it.
Awesome. So in your opinion, what made this game so special?
Man, I know there's a big rivalry there. We coming into that game with a rivalry. They've never beat us before, and I was like, guys, if this is the game where they do it, it's going to be this one. So we got to work at it. Just try to hold them to whatever we can hold them to. And unfortunately, we held them all to a shutout. And we're just made. Honestly, everybody feels great after a shutout. It doesn't happen often, and it felt really good just coming in there and being able to shut down the Revolution like that at home. Boost the morale for all the Tulsa fans out there that we're here to play football.
Yeah, apparently that hasn't happened in 2 seasons where you guys had a shutout game like that. So you definitely had the right game plan for it. So one more question for you. What is the general vibe in the locker room like right now?
Oh man, it's just everybody congratulating everybody. When you got a bunch of guys on a team and y'all are all coming together and you're making all those cylinders work for you, especially during big games, it just feels amazing. There's no words that describe the feeling.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I do wish you guys much success. Of course, Tulsa is where I got my first start. So you're always going to have a place in my heart. Love you guys up there.
Oh,
And
we all love you too.
oh, sweet. But wish y'all the best for the rest of the season. Good luck to you. And I'm looking forward to talking with you a little bit later on, okay?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Have me back. I'll come back.
Okay, surely will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cam, Polly, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation? And we are back with PGI. And I have a good friend of mine, Mr. Robert Thump. He is the defensive tackle for the Los Angeles Lakers, who just got their first win of the season. Man, how are you feeling?
Oh, it's great. Everybody's super excited. Hopefully get kind of some momentum going and see if maybe we can get lucky and sneak into the playoffs at the end.
Hey, exactly. So just a couple questions for you.
Sure.
Do you think that your position as defensive tackle, do you think that you're being utilized to the best of your abilities?
Yeah, I think there's kinks, right? There's a reason we're I think it's 1-6 right now. We just got our first win. So there's just some kinks we're trying to iron out, work out, but I think it's getting there. I personally had a great game. Obviously I wouldn't be able to do it with the other guys next to me. Okay. Yes. I think it's great. I think the whole team as a whole is doing really well. Obviously we're 1-6, so we're a little bit of a rough start, but we wouldn't be able to do it without the guys next to me and behind me and every defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator both being willing to and learning to adjust as we go along. So I think it's a hopefully kind of sneak into the playoffs and see what happens.
So what has been the camaraderie been like in the locker room from the time you guys first started the season, going 0-6, and to now?
Sure. Yeah, so it was a little rough, and nobody likes to be 0-6, right? Nobody wants to, be in the league where you're 0-6, but there's a reason we got picked at number 2 in the last draft, and there's a reason that it's going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit more effort on our part, a little more patience, and just kind of working some kinks out. Everybody was super happy to get the win, no doubt. Hopefully, kind of momentum starts, going to our favor a little bit, and we just keep pushing.
All right, last question. What do you think was the secret to you guys winning over Sioux Falls this week? And you had but thinking about all the other games that you guys had, what was different about this week?
I think second half adjustments really helped us a lot, right? Because it's kind of when we broke out. That's when the defense took a big step forward that game. Instead of it being a back and forth game, the offense, took care of the ball, everything else you wanted to see from a team. So I think second half adjustments for that game compared to previous weeks was maybe a little bit more, I guess, just put together. The right plays were being called.
Indeed. 44-30.
Yes,
You guys
ma'am.
did your thing. So
Yes, ma'am.
congratulations. I
Thank
hope
you.
to see more good things from you. I think last time I had Sully on the show, my SFL night show, I did say that you guys are going to win one, and you did. So congrats.
See, maybe we'll make it two now.
Hey, exactly. Well, thank you for your time,
Yes, ma'am.
and good luck next week.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Anytime. Cam, Folly, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation, and welcome back to PGI, where I have a good friend of mine, Mr. Ezekiel Love. He is the defensive coordinator as well as star running back for the Portland Fleet. Man, how are you? It's been a while.
Good evening, Ashley. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Always glad to see you, brother.
Pleasure to see you as well.
Thank you. So you guys had your debut on Next Level against Atlanta, and unfortunately it didn't work out for you guys. You lost 24-30, man. But you were telling me off camera that that score was definitely misleading. Please let us know why.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I love the guys in Atlanta. I really like that organization. Game was 14-14, second quarter. They came down, scored, made it 21-14. Falling possession. Unfortunately, I fumbled on the first play. Late in the second half, with a little bit over a minute to go, something like that. So they punched it in. But end of the day, the final score I think was 38-23. But that game really fell on two plays: the fumble, and we had a pick six. So you look at the game, it was a 24-23 game. But no disrespect to Atlanta, great team. It's just I think we played them tough. I think we played them tough. And we just came out on the losing end.
Indeed, for the score to be that close, you definitely played them tough.
So it's 38-23, but there were two plays in that game that really turned the game: the fumble and the pick six. Otherwise, I think it's maybe talk about a different story.
Gotcha.
But the goal, although we're 3-4, the goal for Portland has not changed. Our goal is to win that division. We still have a shot at the division because although Vancouver's one game ahead of us, we still beat them the first time. And even if we are one game behind them, we still play them one more time this season. So we still have a shot at winning division, and get this team to the playoffs. That's not changed.
Gotcha. How has your experience been being one of the coaches over in Portland?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great working with Jacob, working with Mel, working with Nelson, everything, and putting the game plan together. It's been fantastic. That's not always perfect. How this game goes. Some things happen that you can't explain, and some things you wonder why the AI is doing what the AI does. but you have no control over it. You just do the best you can, put your game plan in, and you hope that everything goes as way you expect it to go. But it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Indeed. Good group of guys over there in Portland. Love
Oh,
every
great group of
last one of
guys.
y'all.
I love working with Jacob. Of course, you know I love working with Mel.
Mhm. Yes.
Right, and we go, of course, as cousins, we go way, way back doing this kind of thing. Nelson is great. The team is great. I mean, I love Portland.
Awesome,
And I love what
man.
Jacob and I love Jacob as an owner, man. Tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for next week and for the rest of the season. I do wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you. We have a big game next week against Tulsa.
Right. Your old crew.
Boy, that's a tough game. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one.
It
It'll be a tough one, but
is.
we're definitely looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be good ball to watch, but I want to thank you so much for taking the time out with me tonight. And
I
hopefully I'll be
appreciate
able
it,
to talk to
Ashley.
you later on down the line.
I appreciate you very much. Thanks a lot, dear.
You're very welcome, dear. Have a good night.
You do the same.
All right.
Bye bye.
Cam,
All right, bye.
Polly, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to PGI, where I have a good friend of mine that I met at the convention, fantastic guy, James Walters. He is the tight end for the Vancouver Legion, who pulled out an exciting win over Florida this weekend. How you doing?
Doing great, Ashley. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I know y'all doing good because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that was a close game. And a couple questions for you. What was the general feeling that you had, or maybe some of your teammates had, when you saw Stephen Bush run in the end zone to take the lead from you guys, with a minute and 25 seconds to go?
Oh, no. I mean, I was a little worried, but I looked at the clock and I said, with our offense going the way it was, we still have plenty of time. And Percoco got that offense going the other day, and I was just crossing my fingers the whole way, heart beating all the time.
Oh yeah, it's good for your stamina, I'll tell you that. It's gonna get your
Yeah.
heart. But so when you guys lined up to kick the field goal, and when you actually saw it go through the uprights and the game ended,
Mhm.
what were your thoughts then?
Oh, I mean, it was just a lot of relief, right? It was a lot of relief. Because I all the way up to that, I was like, oh, hopefully it doesn't get blocked or something like that. But it was great that Christian Brown kept the interception down. So, we were great, and we were all happy in the locker room. Everybody's screaming in the locker room and posting all kinds of stuff. And it was a great win. We really needed it, after two straight losses. So, we really needed this to get back up on top of the Pacific Division and continue to move toward the playoffs.
Indeed, indeed. Now, one more question for you.
Mhm.
I know at one point you were coaching, you helping out with coaching, and you
Mhm.
had to take a step back. So, what do you think about the job that, excuse me, that Andy and Prococo was doing overall this season?
Oh yeah, I mean Andy took over the defense, and I mean the defense has been really really good. I might not have a job next season. Who knows? So so but and I think Percoco is he's taken over the offense this season all by himself. He's working with Andy for a while, and I think he's really got it down. I mean this past week it was just he just blew up the offense. It was just great. I mean, Justice Blackwell had an awesome game, and then of course Curtis, those crazy deep catches. It was great.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, I do wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the season, unless you're playing Arizona, of course.
Of
But
course.
but I can't wait to talk to you more soon later on in the week. But you have a fantastic day and thank you for your time.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Anytime. All right, Cam, Paulie, back to you. What is up, SFL Nation, and welcome back to PGI, where I am joined for a pre-game interview with Mr. Mike Churchill. He is the wide receiver for the DC Dragons. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just had you on just for a nice little pre-game interview. I wanted to pick your brain about a couple things. What do you think that DC will ultimately have to do to get the win over Arizona today?
Uh, Stop Ashley Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, I've been in the league a handful of years now, and I know, as much as I love you, there's two Ashley Jacksons, and a lot of times it literally depends on which Ashley shows up. It's just the case. I've seen games where it's like unstoppable, completely unstoppable. You're just there to watch it happen. And then I've seen games where, 4, 5, 6 interceptions, but it happens. But to me, uh, y'all's offense goes by you, by the way you play. And so for me, it's you have to stop Ashley Jackson.
Okay. So you're not worried about defense at all. You
Oh,
being a wide receiver.
oh, am I worried about that? Well, I can't control that. I just can't control that. So, you're uh I'm a wide receiver. I feel like I'm always open. I'm open on every play, So no, I look for the opportunity. I really look for the opportunity. I want to make plays. It doesn't matter who, Baltimore, it doesn't Arizona, it doesn't matter, Uh I just want to come make plays for the team, help the team, uh, try to get a win. That's what we're here to do. Try to get a win.
Okay. So would you say that this was one of the games that you guys had circled on your calendars?
Uh, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else.
Mhm.
I think we've kind of hit on this before that, this is one of the games I've circled on my calendar for sure. Uh, just from, a personal standpoint, being friends with Diggs, uh, and we talk. Of course, we talk. So yeah, I want to do well. Uh, I want to score 7 touchdowns. I want to do whatever I can. That's how it is. It's like you obviously you want to do well. Uh, I hope Eddie does well, but I hope we do better. So,
Hey, okay. I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that. One more question. Any special works for your best friend over there, Diggy?
no, no, enough's been said. Let's just do it. No more talking. Let's just do it. And I guess one of us will have bragging rights for the rest of the year. Uh, and we'll do it again next time around. Hopefully we get another chance to play you guys.
All
We might
right
see
then.
you guys in the playoffs. Well,
Hey,
that would be a championship game, I think, if it boiled down to that, because we're in two different conferences. So if we play again, it would have to be in the championship. So there you
hey.
go.
Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you then, and looking forward to handing you that L tonight. All right. You have a.
All righty, fair enough, fair enough. Well, we're going to do everything we can to stop you. We're going
Hey,
to do everything we can to stop you from getting that L.
hey. Same. I know you guys get paid just like my guys get paid, just like I get paid to do the same thing. So let's just give them a good show tonight. All right.
That's right. And let's all stay safe. No injuries.
Yep.
No injuries.
That that part.
Yes. Yes.
So tell
For
your defense.
everybody.
Tell your defense is kind of take it easy on me, okay?
Right. We'll do it. We want picks anyway. I mean, we'll take sacks. We'll take sacks, but we want picks.
Well, you can have all the picks all day as long as we come out with the winning. Okay.
Right? What's it matter at the end of the day? Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the chat.
Indeed. Thank you, Mike, for your time. I really appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing you on the field.
You too. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cam, Folly, back to you. Welcome back to PGI. And I am joined with my GM slash best linebacker ever, Mr. Nathaniel Diggs, coming in speaking for Arizona tonight. So, Diggs, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. You're gonna get some DMs with that linebacker statement there. I'm sure BJ gonna be hitting you up.
Yeah, I'm sure he will too.
I got a ways to go before I get that low, but I'm trying.
You're important to us, so we appreciate you for being here, man. But couple questions for our pregame interview this evening. I want to know, what do you think that Arizona has to do in order to get this win over the Dragons?
Altogether, I think we just have to limit the mistakes and force mistakes to DC. I think if we can, from what I've kind of seen, they haven't been throwing it too deep. So if we can really cover the middle, and Mike for them on the wide receiver side has really stepped up this season. So that's going to be fun to watch. And I've been looking forward to this game for a while. But like I said, if we can control the middle of the field, the linebackers have a strong game, and our defensive line continues to play at the high level they've played all season, and we get some pressure on Shabazz, then I think we're golden. So
you would say that this was one of the games that you had circled on the calendar?
This is the game I've had circled on my calendar. Coming from DC over there, I'm looking forward to getting on the field again with some of the guys, Say and O'Rourke and Mike. Everybody ain't no secret. He's one of my buddies in the league. So and he's the reason I'm in here. So I'm looking forward to it. I know we've had some back and forth before, and I just look forward to, folding him in half. Just come on over. Hope you can keep your cleats on, Mike. I'm ready to go.
I was just going to ask you if you had any words for your best friend, Michael.
Yeah. Like I said, I sent him a little picture. It was a wide receiver that we saw get folded in half earlier this season, and I said, coming for you, Mike. Yeah, so it's going to be a good game. I'm excited about it. Destro and the guys over there can really pull some stuff out of the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, you might think it's a say show, but they've proven it's more than that this season, and they started to last season. So you really got to cover all aspects. And like I said, Destro's good about that, throwing a curveball at you and pulling some stuff out of the closet. So we'll see what happens this week, but I think it'll be interesting. And it's either going to follow the rest of what we've seen this week with some blowouts in our favor, of course, or it's going to be a closer game, and we're going to have two of the greatest kickers in the league going at it, and one of them's going to decide the game. It's going to be our man Cliff Allen, right, or Potty Potty. It may come down to it. Two of the best guys to do it, and it'll be an exciting game.
Either way, been looking forward to this. We're just gonna go out there and give them a great show because the league deserves it. So let's go out here and do it, Diggy. Thank you for being on. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. I'm always glad to be here. I'm glad you got Mike to come on here and do a little interview for you.
Indeed.
So I hope to have a great interview after a tremendously hard fought victory. So I'm ready. I'm pumped. I feel like it's gonna happen right now.
And it's about to. Cam, Polly, back to you.